I was in a department store.
Okay.
And I was one aisle over at a nice clothing store. I was buying myself a suit.
Okay.
And one aisle over, I overheard a woman and her boyfriend. He was going for a very important interview the next day. And she was like, try this tie, try this. And she was handing him ties and holding the tie up to this suit. I said, nah, I can't sit here and allow this man to go into this interview tomorrow with that trash on.
These are people you don't know.
I don't know this dude from a can of paint. I went around there. I said, nah, I'm going to fix this guy. So I walk around into the aisle. I said, look, man, I don't want to be in your business. But what you got on right now is trash. I said, this is horrible, bro. I said, man, look, I'm gonna make you a few suggestions. I'm gonna adjust you a little bit because I really want you to get this job tomorrow. It's very important to you. And get your lady here, man. She's trying to help you out, and she don't know what the hell she doing.
Right.
I said, you don't know what the hell you doing. Look at this man. The suit too tight. He ain't got the right body structure to put this. He would have to just to button that button. Which is a technique you're supposed to do because it fixes your posture when you inhale and you button the first button on your jacket. But you can't have so much that is sticking out of the bottom. The bottom can't be flared out like this because the button's too tight and you're too heavy for that jacket. I said,
told him that?
I said, go into that damn dressing room right now. I said, I need you to sit down and relax, lady. She sat down on a little waiting chair. I said, watch me fix your
You
hubby.
bring a waiting chair with you?
No, it's one already in the store.
Oh, wow.
It's one in the department store. I said, sit down right there on that chair. It's not like a fold-out chair. It's a regular, nice little comfy, like this right here. It's by the dressing room.
Okay.
You know, I said, sit right there. I'm gonna fix your boyfriend so he can get this job tomorrow. I'm gonna fix his attitude. I'm gonna fix his I'm gonna fix his confidence. And I'm gonna fix his outfit. They got him married. So I said,
Did they recognize you?
No.
No.
Maybe afterwards. So I said, I'm gonna hook you up. I said, go in there and let me see the size you got on. I said, no, this ain't your size. So I looked at the size we had on. I said, this is the wrong size for you. I said, you go in there. I'm gonna pick you a suit out. I'm gonna pick you a tie out. I'm gonna pick you a shirt out. All right? So go in there and take the clothes off. I said, go in there and take that bullshit off. So he went in there and take that bullshit off. And I started going through I found him a perfect color that pops. He's a white guy. He's a white guy, white dude. I said, you gotta pop your cheeks.
You gotta what?
Your cheeks. Your cheeks gotta pop.
Pop.
Pop your cheeks.
What does that even mean?
There is a thing where there's professionals that tell you what colors look good on you.
Yeah. You need like a I don't know what you need. I think you need like a upgrade, a chat GBT. I don't know what you need, but you're way behind. You're behind a little bit.
Me?
You
don't like what I'm wearing?
No,
Black t-shirt?
no, just a little behind. Let me finish the story first of all. Then I'll fix your ass after
You
this.
want background music for this story?
I don't need nothing.
Because we have a band.
I don't need none of that.
Okay.
No, they're great, but I don't need them for this.
Okay.
I said go in there and get naked and down to your underwear. You know, you got underwear here. You know, not these, but some other kind of underwear. I said get down to your underwear. I'm gonna hand you a suit. I'm gonna hand you a shirt. I'm gonna hand you a tie. You're gonna put that shit on. You're gonna walk out when I tell you to walk out. I give him 10 minutes. I said, you all good? He walks his ass out there. I said, look at that. Now look at yourself in that goddamn mirror compared to what you had on earlier. Your pants ain't choking you. You can stand there. I said, now take one deep breath. Not take half a breath. And button that top button. I said, now that's your posture for the rest of your fucking life. I said, this is gonna fix you. And he said, wow, this fits way better. I said, now do this. I said, stick your hand out and shake someone's hand. And I don't want to see your sleeve go all the way up to your damn elbow either. I said, it should maintain right around where your watch would be at. So you can show your goddamn watch off. I said, and you're gonna buy yourself a nice watch and get that shit you got on your arm off. And you wanna, when you reach out your hand and shake a hand, you gotta show me you got that's a little bit of accessory on your arm. You know, let them see who you are.
A little bit of what?
Watch, a little accessory.
An accessory.
A little watch, a little something. See me? See this?
I got this.
I said, put something on that. Reach your hand out. They see who you are.
You both have
scared.
the bead bracelet.
This is my
beads
granddaughter.
going on?
My granddaughter.
Yeah, get the beads. I said, get something on your arm. Just a little piece of jewelry. So you put your hand out. He see you've been somewhere before. See, people want people who have been somewhere before. They don't want a project. They don't want to pull somebody who ain't did
What
shit
about
for
when you
themselves. They want someone who can catch up easy. They don't want nobody they gotta fix with. They don't want nobody to come into their company. They gotta fucking watch them every minute. They want somebody who come in there and looks like they've been there before. So I said, you gotta act like you've been there before. I said, you need something to catch his eye too. I gave him a nice little pocket square. You know, a nice little scarf in his pocket. I said, that right there, it's a conversation starter. I call it a conversation piece. You need a conversation piece so somebody can say, oh, I like that. Now the ice is broken. Now you can start talking about you, who you are, why you will be an asset to this company. I told him all this shit. He was standing there and the motherfucker started crying.
He started crying.
Was there?
Fuck yeah, he started
Maybe
crying.
because he wanted to leave the store and you were no.
Was there follow through?
He knew what-
Did
he
he follow
knew-
up and see if he got the
You
job?
think I give a fuck about that?
Oh,
You think I'm gonna sit there and follow this motherfucker's life, check on his ass, make sure he's doing good? I spent my quality time to help this dude. After the training wheels off, the training wheels off his ass. I pulled the training wheels off. I gave him what I gave him. I gave him my, I didn't even charge him for my fucking time.
I can't breathe.
are you
I
okay?
didn't even charge him.
Are you okay?
I didn't charge him for my time.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
That's the funniest fucking thing. Oh, I'm crying.